So there has been a lot of buzz in the anime gaming community lately thanks to these two games, My Hero Injustice 2 and One Punch Man: A Hero Nobody Knows. Now it might look like I've been completely ignoring these games, but that's not the case. In fact, over the past couple of days I've started to become really interested. Let's start with My Hero. When the first One Justice game came out, I had no intention of purchasing it. And the reason for that is, one, I just started getting into the anime, and two, the game just didn't seem that interesting to me. I'm not a big fan of arena fighters, and seeing all the reviews and complaints just made me lose any interest. The game didn't look bad, but there wasn't anything special that would convince me to pay $60 on it. I mean, it's not like I even had the money, but back to the point. So now a sequel to the first game is coming out, and I for sure am way more interested in the game this time. I've watched the anime all the way through season 3, and although I don't love it, like, it's probably a B rank anime for me, but that's besides the point. Sequels to games are always most likely gonna be better than the one before. Black Ops 2 is better than Black Ops 1. Red Dead Redemption 2 is better than Red Dead Redemption 1. Of course, once the numbers start getting higher, then the game can get worse. But most of the time, sequels are superior because the developers can just build off the last game and correct their previous mistakes. Especially with games like these where you really just need to add more characters and fix bugs. Anyways, you get the point. One Justice 2 looks like it's also gonna have way more characters, which just makes it even better. Though I do feel like people who bought and played the first game might feel like they're being taken advantage of because it doesn't seem like the second game is all that different from the first. It might feel like they're just getting really expensive DLC, which I for one would not like that. But because personally this is my first game in the series, it just feels like I'm getting a new My Hero game that won't be complete garbage. If you purchased the first game, comment down below what you think about the sequel. And so I'm excited for this game and don't really have a problem with playing it on the channel. Off to the next game, One Punch Man: A Hero Nobody Knows. I gotta tell you, the first time I saw the trailer for this game, I thought it was awful. The graphics alone looked very disappointing, and I even went as far as saying if it was a mobile game, I would believe it. I also made a video on it a while back where I talked about how bad I thought the game really looked. And honestly, I had plenty of reason to believe it was going to be a bad game. It's made by the same people who made Jump Force, which also is an arena fighter, so it seemed like the game would end up the exact same, at least in my eyes. But lately, my hopes for this game's success have risen. Just recently, character creation has been confirmed for the game, and so far it looks pretty good. There's lots of colors to choose from when creating your character, which is always good to see because most CEC games don't give you that freedom. The story mode was also showcased in a new trailer, and unlike Jump Force, it looks like most of the dialogue will be voiced, except for your own. You basically have to choose what you say by clicking a button, similar to Pokemon games. And next to that, it looks like there's an open road mode where you can run around with your character in third-person perspective. For some reason, this reminded me of Grand Theft Auto, probably because of the minimap. So if this game can pull off a decent story mode with an acceptable character creation, I think it could definitely work out. And of course, there's also the most important aspect, which is combat mechanics. Because this game is not that different from Jump Force, it'll probably be easy for the devs to see what they did wrong with that game and just improve from their previous mistakes. If I had to choose, I'm honestly more excited for the One Punch Man game just because of the character creation and story mode, which I don't think My Hero would deliver on that well. I know you can change the outfits of the characters in One Justice, but it's really limited, and if I remember correctly, the story mode of that game was not that good. Definitely let me know if you want to see these games on the channel. Of course, I don't want to get my hopes up too high with how anime games have been lately, but I'll definitely give them a chance. Well, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Are you excited for these games, or do you think they'll just be another failure of an anime game? Remember to like the video if you liked the video, subscribe with notifications on if you're new, follow me on Twitter if you haven't already, and Pervy Sage out. Peace!